Welcome to the Week's Weekly podcast for companies and agency owners specializing in medical clinics, cannabis, and dental offices. Have you reached your peak and want more out of life and business? Learn what it takes to be a part of bigger projects with the potential for a more significant payoff through growth and acquisitions. Listen to the latest episode with your host, Ed Weeks Jr.
Hey everybody, Ed Weeks Jr. here, back with another episode of the Weeks Weekly. This week, I'm actually getting prepared here in about 15 minutes to jump on another podcast, really hone in on marketing and some of the things that I've done inside of my agency and how I'm going to grow that moving forward. I wanted to hop on quick, drop an episode and talk about something that we've talked about it already, but just to update you what goes on, right? So I do a lot of calls every day into wearing two hats, no pun intended there, but seriously wearing two hats. One is talking to clients about coming into the agency and how we do that. And if you've seen any of the past episodes, we are overemphasizing strategy-led digital marketing. And to sum that up real fast, I just want to point to a couple of calls that I've done this week and point to what we face as we try to implement that solution. So no names mentioned, right? A couple of different facilities, one a medical coding company, another company involved in the check-in process, and another company literally in the security world. So several different industries, but we face the same scenarios. People and business owners and the CEOs of these companies want us to quickly jump in and just do email marketing, cold email outreach, PPC, SEO. And I get that, right? That's the commodity side of our business. A lot of agencies are able to do that, right? But, and the reason we are different in the market is we don't understand your business. Everybody's business, no matter what. If you're an HVAC company, that does not mean you're the same as the HVAC company down the street. Every business has its strengths, its weaks, its opportunities, and its threats. And until an agency or anyone that you're working with, any consultant comes in and works with you, especially in a scenario where these companies are looking for us to be their marketing department. Seriously, they're not at the stage where they can hire internal marketing departments. So they're really outsourcing that to our agency. How could we possibly do a good job if we don't understand your business as it stands, its history, and where it wants to go? How can we do a optimal job of driving where you want to go if we don't know where the hell that is? I want to do email marketing. So the point of that is not to knock the companies because they're used to those conversations with agencies. It's really to just understand of what our key differentiator is in the market. And when it comes to the agency that I now operate above, which is beautiful, the beauty of what we do is that we really come in and have a deep understanding with a deep dive strategy session. Yes, that is not free, but that is something we do that ultimately leads to the optimal success of our clients. Just so we have an understanding, the proof is in the pudding. The clients that have taken the time to do these sessions with us happen to still be clients after many, many years. The clients that just wanted us to run a lead gen campaign or run this campaign or do this or do that, they've all come and gone. And some of them lasted with us for a few years, but then they find somebody who can do it cheaper and they run. So the reality is, if you're watching this as a owner, start thinking differently. If you're watching this as someone in the digital marketing space, start to think differently. Like, you don't want to be pigeonholed as a commoditized service, because the day that somebody comes in and says, I can do that cheaper, your days are over. Separate yourself. Second hat that I wear is in buying and acquiring businesses. I got into that last week, the last episode, and I really want to get into that further because what I'm seeing out here is, I laugh a little bit, right? So there's a lot of companies out here that set the bar in their valuation, and not just in digital marketing. Yes, I'm looking to expand my own agency as well as a roll-up that I'm involved in, but a lot of people are just I don't know where they're getting their valuations from. Brokers are putting insane numbers. I looked at a company this week that was maybe, if you actually added in the fact that you had add a salary in for an owner, they were losing money. But if I could give them $25,000, $30,000 in STE, that would be generous. And they had like $1 million price tag on this business. That business is literally worth almost nothing. We've gone down the path where a lot of lifestyle businesses, right? You're running a business that is literally paying for your lifestyle. And I've been guilty of that. So I understand it more than most. That business has a value today. And you know what it is? Zero. Absolutely nothing. You've created a business that pays for your lifestyle. Awesome. You can't sell that business. It has no value. And when somebody comes in professionally or looks to make that a professional organization, you understand how quickly any earnings that you're actually showing and all the ad backs that you put in mean nothing, because the team has to be established to run that business that you haven't done. And now that eats up all your earnings. So you've literally created a business worth nothing. So as you go out, look at that. If you're a business owner who's a few years into it or many years into it, has created an organization that isn't really worth anything, look at adjusting that today. I can help you with that. I can definitely help you with that. I'm available not only as a digital marketing agency, as somebody who looks to buy businesses and has a network of people that are buying businesses across all realms. I'm also available to help people and business owners maximize the value that they can get from a business. And the unfortunate reality is a lot of people create businesses that have no value. So address that now. Like, it's time. The time is now. Like, the market is, the recession is out there. The interest rates are going up. We all know the things that are going on from that part of the economy that we can't control, but we can control our own businesses. So I'm going to put a link in here. If you're catching this on YouTube, I'm going to provide a link that is a way that you can literally hire me for essentially pennies on the dollar, what I would normally charge. We'll put that link in there. And, if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, certainly there'll be a number of ways that you can reach me, however you're consuming this content. But, those are just some of the things that I want to put out there in the two hats that I wear. I want to end this week's episode with this. I am looking for, and I have a couple of people lined up to come because I'm just tired of producing content by myself. So I'm looking for more guests. If you're in business in any way, shape, or form and would love to just share your story, your vision, I don't care if you're a marketer. I don't care if you're an M&A. I don't care. It's, to me, this is a world of plenty. So if you're doing the same things, parallel things, similar things, completely different things, contact me. Let's talk. Let's get you on an episode. You can be from local Hudson Valley. You can be from Southeast Asia. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. If you have a story, I want to share it. So the Weeks Weekly is looking for guests. Join us. Let's talk. That's all I have for you this week. I hope everything is well in your world, and I hope you heed some simple advice. Have a brilliant day.
Thanks for listening to the Weeks Weekly podcast with Ed Weeks Jr. If you like our show and want to know more, check out edweeksjr.com and please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts.